discussing and going through main pain points that the customers face and how Salesforce Communications Cloud comes into play, right? And helps them and helps us as well as IT team to really get them going. So welcome, Manika.
Thank you, Renuka, and welcome everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to wherever you are in the world. Let's begin for an exciting journey today. Renuka, are you excited?
Yes, very excited. I hope you guys are thrilled as well. So before we get started with today's session, I would actually like to get started with the key requirements that every end user goes through. I hope you guys are able to see my screen. So the first thing that every service provider who doesn't have a CRM in place or doesn't have a system in place needs to understand how they can get a centralized data and interactions platform, right? And then they also want the screen to be intuitive, right? So that the users can easily go through the journey, right? A sales journey of placing an order and understanding their purchasing patterns and what are their preferences, right? And also, how to quickly get opportunity converted into an order and a cash, right? So these are the three main key points that I feel every company goes through, right? So Manika, what are your takes on this?
Yeah, certainly. I think very rightly said. The service providers probably who have like a lot of legacy systems, who probably don't have a CRM or have a CRM which is kind of not a recent one or kind of has been kind of getting into a lot of customization. So those service providers do run into these kind of issues where their data is not centralized, where they have a lot of legacy systems, so the data is not integrated at one place, and that apparently leading to a slower sales cycle. So if I kind of summarize those, right? So the thing that on the screen, right? The 5 pain points of these telecom customers. Primarily the telecom products, okay, they are not as simple as a simple manufacturing product, or it's not simple as a retail product, right? So all the
Yeah.
telecom products are pretty complex, and that's where it takes a village to kind of get the product live in the market. So when I say that, it means that there are multitude of people who are involved in
Yeah.
and also the systems that are involved. So essentially, the complex product configurations leading to dependencies on the IT systems and the teams. Second main pain point is user adoption for if the system is not that intuitive, you're not able to kind of browse through your codes, your orders, your opportunities. Probably the CRM users or the sales users do not really want to use that system and update it on the regular basis. Then the inefficient processes, right? So basically, your sales process being prolonged and delayed. That's kind of a common problem. So what we look at as a service provider, my turnaround time should be very high, right? So it should be kind of very low, sorry, not high, low, as in, I meant it in the positive way, like I should be able to get my deal out in 2 days. If it's a B2C customer, I should be having my customer self-service portal, which should allow me as a B2C customer to quickly go and buy a SIM card or buy recharge my phones, right? Or recharge my data pack. So that should be very quick, in few minutes that should be done. Or for that matter, if I'm SME or if I am a large enterprise, similarly, I mean, I would want my entire end-to-end cycle should be very smooth in terms of the sales process, right from gathering the lead to gathering the requirements around what kind of network I'm looking for my enterprise systems, and how soon am I able to convert that lead into an order, right? So entire lead to cash journey, I would say, should be efficient. That's the main problem that they have. Secondly, the fourth key point is basically having all those legacy systems. So large enterprises where they have multitude of business units, right? So all of
Yeah.
their provisioning, fulfillment, all these are kind of maintained in different applications, and hence talking to these applications, getting back the information is
Yeah.
surely a challenge, and ensuring that all the data resides at one place. So that's the fourth important problem that we need to address for these customers. And yeah, surely, I mean, all of these things leading to inaccurate pricing at times, where
Yeah.
you probably have a supplier price coming in, or you have, let's say, a custom rule being run on top of
Yeah.
that, right? So defining things with the help of rules, and getting your quote out very clean and smooth with first time approvals is apparently, I think, one of those important challenges.
Yes, yes, Manika. I mean, even in projects, this like these are the key points actually which we try to address, and of course we come across a lot of
Yes.
pain. I
So
feel even as an IT team, right? If we don't have the right cloud or the resources available.
definitely. So, I mean, I have seen this not just today. This has been like 20 years I've been into this industry on telecom per se. And that's where I've seen that I've worked on custom bespoke applications for point of sales. I've worked on networking applications. I've worked on custom portals where we have built CRM, custom CRM for the customers, enterprise portals for the customers. But apparently, I mean, this was the key challenge, and this today is still the key challenge. Yeah. So, I mean, what's next, Renuka? How do we solve them?
Yeah, so I think we have a boon here. We have Communications Cloud, and thanks to Manika, I have been into this as well. So it is great. So, Manika, could you just throw some light on this as well?
Yeah, surely. So I think Communications Cloud, which is one of the industry clouds that we get from Salesforce, this is like one of those industry clouds which gives you a lot of leeway. It gives you an industry package. It
Mm-hmm.
is kind of sticking to the TM forum standards. For those who probably, I think everyone knows what telecom
Yeah,
management forum is all about. So it defines the standards that is followed by all the ISPs, all the communication companies across the globe, right? So following those standards is important. Then getting a fast, efficient sales process being in place. Plus,
mm,
the best point, like with Salesforce offers us, is their intuitive UI. So just click, 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 and you
yeah,
are done. And even from the development standpoint, as a developer, as an architect, you get a lot of point and click features with this, with the help
yeah,
of which you can quickly do your shared catalog configurations. You can create multiple bundles out of it, which you can even cross sell. You can cross sell along. I mean, that's the point of shared catalog, right? So you
yeah,
can do B2B to C, okay, where you want to kind of sell some offer from here to there. So in clubbing a OTT service along with your internet service, and maybe clubbing some telephony plan along with your broadband services are kind of examples which you can kind of do easily with the help of these shared catalogs. And I mean, yeah, I think what you see there on the screen, right? So the auto fallout, the leakage kind of reduces drastically. You
yeah,
definitely would see a ROI, a higher ROI here, right? So leading to tangible business outcomes, efficient sales processes. I think we can probably go to having a look like how your lead to cash journey looks like with the
definitely.
Communication Cloud. I think that will give a better view to the viewers and the audience.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, maybe if we can just zoom in a bit, sorry, zoom out a bit. I just wanted to kind of talk through the
sure.
journey. Yeah. So as another phase of it that you see, right? So right from lead converting into opportunities accounts, generating proposals to share out with the customers, and then creating quotes out of it. all these are kind of seamless activities that you can do from one platform. You don't need to have separate CPQ engines when you are talking about
Yeah.
Communications Cloud. So Communications Cloud is built on top of the Sales Cloud in Salesforce. And on top of that, it's like a managed package, or I would say it's like a you download any app, like for example a weather app on your app phone from App Store, or I would say from a Play Store, right, in your Android
Yeah.
phone. So likewise, you can install this CME package, and then you can get started with quotes, ordering, converting an opportunity to quote, creating a quote from an opportunity, then converting a quote into an order, and similarly converting order into assets. So these are kind of inbuilt processes that you get, and these are very, I would say, TM forum specific, where we talk about level
Yeah.
4 of the processes as per the framework, ETOM process maps. So, and when we kind of drill down into each of these, right? So I'll probably leave lead opportunity because everyone knows about that from the
Yeah.
sales cloud perspective or sales implementation perspective. But if I get into the shared catalog, so if you can go to, yeah, we'll see these live as well. Probably we'll
Yeah.
reserve 5-10 minutes towards the end of the session. Yeah.
Definitely.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so you get a product designer where you can quickly configure your products there, and definitely, I mean, some level of technical knowledge is required to kind of configure those products, but
Right.
definitely it gives you a hierarchical view of that.
Yeah.
Then moving on to the code creation. So you can very well use these products that you have configured as part of your shared catalog or product catalog into your codes, add it there, do a pricing. You can define the product cardinalities where you have multiple bundles, and all those kind of show up in your quote cart or an
Yeah.
order cart, right? And pricing, you can have advanced rules being set up. You can have context rules being set up in terms of being able to add certain product under a specific price list. So you can have all those data segregations done off very easily. So your B2B and B2C products can reside very effectively within one org itself with the help of different kind of price list and the data segregation, and of course the Salesforce primary sharing and setting rules, which allows you to give role-based access, right? So you can have separate sales teams working on these with the help of these role-based accesses. So those are kind of very important features. Moving on from quote to orders, right? So now, let's say I have my quote approved. I can also, there is one CLM module, which is your contract lifecycle management module as well in Communications Cloud, that you can plug in to create a contract and get the approvals sorted with the customer, and then create an order out of it.
Hmm.
So again, these orders, you can limit your implementation. Let's say if you already have an order management system, so you can limit your implementation till order capturing and converting from code to order. But certainly, if you want, you can adopt the order management module of Communications Cloud. That is also very efficient way of doing a commercial order management. So your quote is converted into an order, and then order is decomposed into different set of tasks. Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of telecom, we call them as customer facing specs and resource facing specs. So we can take care of the technical products which are converted from your commercial products into the actual realized. So example being like, if I talk about a data plan, or if I talk about a broadband, right? So broadband apparently cannot be realized without having a modem or a Wi-Fi router at
Yeah.
your
So,
home,
yeah.
right? So you eventually kind of drill down to that level here, and then share those tasks with the downstream system. So here is where you get most of your legacies integrated.
Yeah.
Let's say you have your billing system. So you'll be creating a billing order. You have a provisioning system. You have three provisioning systems.
Yeah.
One for, yeah, let's say one for dispatching your physical dispatch of
Hmm.
any events. One is for activation. And then you have, let's say you have a separate service or order management layer. So you can very well kind of integrate with that with the help of these tasks, and they keep on waiting. So you can define like
Yeah.
wait for this task to complete to get there, to get to the next task. So you can do that, all that with the help of order orchestrator after order decomposition is done. And once finally all of these tasks are completed, the order is kind of converted into an asset, which is now the property of the customer. And any changes hereafter on the assets are taken care of by add-on journeys. Uh, I think some common examples that you would see is add-on packs. So if you're on an international roaming, you want to travel abroad, you can buy an international roaming pack, right?
Yeah.
So that's an add-on order. That's part of your change orders, right? But another type of order could be which you can manage with the help of Comms Cloud or Communications Cloud is, let's say you have ordered and your order is still in progress. For example, if we are doing a WAN connectivity for a customer and they say, I don't want 100 users, I want 120 users. Okay. So I can always
Yeah.
amend the order in flight till the time it is not live. So I
Okay.
can kind of have those kind of validations. I can restrict the user from raising such amend orders if at all network doesn't allow us to do. But yeah, I mean, so those are like amend order, cancel orders. So you can do a lot of things here. New order, MACDs or change orders and in-flight orders. So all of these things you can manage with the help of the order management module here.
And
Yeah.
it's amazing, Manika, that they provided like two separate models, right? As in, you can
Yeah.
have just CPQ, you can have just OM, or you could have a combination of them as well. As
Correct.
in, yeah. So it's great. It goes hand in hand, and it can work independently as well.
Yes, yes.
With any other CPQ, as in. So that's
Absolutely.
lovely.
So the product configuration or the product configurator sits at heart of the communications cloud, I would say. That is where everything is kind of driven from.
Yeah.
And then once you start adding rules on top of it to make or configure your product during the quoting activity, definitely you can look at it. I think for if somebody wants to learn these things, you can look at, we have a lot of videos available on our master classes on our website and on the channel. You can surely go back and look at those things for detailed technical understanding. But yeah, it will be good to see some of the screens out there on how does the product catalog gels into the code, and then from code, how can you kind of create an order. So if we
Yeah.
can look at some of those screens which we are seeing in very short.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll quickly share my screen and show you guys the actual working on how things work in the back end and how nicely we can connect with it. So just give me a second. So Manika, do let me know if you can see my screen.
Yeah. So
Great.
today I think we'll take an example of the optical fiber product. This is like a very hot product in the market these days
Yeah.
for the enterprise customers. And here basically see how from if I look at from the ISP perspective, right, or the service provider perspective, the structure of the products is right out there. Okay, so you
Yeah.
can quickly define the hierarchy of the product. So the benefit that you get here is the shared catalog, and
Yeah.
you can reuse these products, these offers across the overall, I mean, the other journeys as well, or the other product streams as well. Right, so this is your product catalog configuration. You can define the cardinalities. So as we say that from the, again, I mean, if I look at from the ISP perspective, the key thing that they ask is that how can you do lot of bundling and all, right? So this is the way that you can create your bundles. You can reuse your offers. Not every time you need to handle it. And I think one question that comes from the providers is like, how do you let's say I have 10 values or 10 attributes, color or
Yeah.
the speed and download speed, upload speed, all those things as attributes. So can I reuse them? Yes, you can
Yeah.
reuse them. You can restrict the values as well based on the offer. And these can be dynamic. Still, you are still using the same offer there. So you can,
Yeah.
that's the beauty of the shared catalog, right? So you don't have to
Yeah.
create all the time. All you need to do is create a new optical fiber bundle with a speed variation, for example, and you're good to go with your product go live. So that solves your go-to-market problem, I would say, from
Yeah.
the for
Yeah. The
the
reusability is really a big factor, I
exactly,
feel. Yeah.
exactly. Now I think if you look at the code, Renuka,
Yeah.
okay. Now we were talking about the high turnaround time for the codes, right? So apparently, I mean, account opportunity are all interconnected, and you can quickly create a code out of the opportunity.
Yeah.
You're good
So
at it.
directly from account, yeah, Manika, I've kept them open actually in a sequence. So you can see there's an account, and for that, I've created this opportunity.
Right.
And yeah, against this opportunity, we do have this code. Yeah, Manika.
Right. So the data flow is seamless because your account, opportunity code, and the product are all staying in the same system. So you get the centralized data for
Yeah.
all of these things. And there is a 360 view as well that you, if you go to the account tab as well, one for
Yeah.
one. So you can add a lot of widgets out here and see what is, if you go down, there are see assets which are there,
Yeah.
uh, right? So these are existing assets of the customer. And then there are open cases as well. So if you just scroll up a bit on the, yeah. So if you see the related quick links right
Yeah.
out there, yeah. So this gives you a summary of the open orders. Like this is a testing environment, so you see so
Yeah.
many. But I mean, as a sales user, right, I will be able to see the cases here. I will be able to see the contacts, key contacts for this customer. I will be able to see the orders for open
Yeah.
orders, open opportunities, or any contracts from just from the same view. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the benefit that you get having a centralized data with Communications Cloud integrated with or built on top of Sales Cloud there. And then moving on to creating an opportunity or probably you reuse the same opportunity.
Yeah.
You can do location-based services, you can do non-location-based services here. Everything you can do here. Now going to the code, right? So that's how the seamless data flow is and a centralized data view that you have there. And then
Yeah.
on the optical fiber, right, the product that we were talking about. So these are like, this is a bundled offer. The optical fiber product that you see is a bundled offer. And the other products that are there, like broadband services, access. So you can have based on type of the access or rules that you define shown up
Yeah.
here. And these could also be an optional product, but these are we have added them all as mandatory. The cardinality is one, that's why you
Yeah.
all of them one here, but you can have them as optional. So basically, this gives you, as a sales user, this gives you a lot of flexibility to uh, reuse and keep on adding, updating your products. You can do a
Yeah.
configuration from here.
Yeah. So as a sales user, it becomes really easy as well to
Correct,
quickly just define the parameters that you need. So, for example, the customer wants some download speed of 100 Mbps and so on, right? Depending on
correct,
that, you can have different pricing coming up, right?
right.
You could have, depending on the installation that you want, right? If you want to have a fast service installation or a DIY installation, everything gets updated with just a click, right?
Yes, exactly. So
Yeah.
as a sales user, your this becomes your one-stop shop to do all your product configurations and arrive at the correct pricing. So again, I
Yeah.
mean that problem of having inaccurate pricing gets resolved here. And in
Yeah.
case you have any custom pricing, we can definitely build some logic out there to integrate and get the data again back in the system. So you don't need to worry as a sales user. It will all be taken care of with the help of
Yeah.
integrations and stuff, right? And now again moving from quote to an order, right? So you can very well go and submit the quote, send out, sorry, if you can go back to the quote screen once
Yeah,
again.
sure. Sorry.
Yeah, just go up. Yeah. If you can click on those drop down next to create order.
Yeah. So here we have create order as well.
Yeah, so here basically you can generate the PDF documents, you can integrate with the contract system, or you can use
Yeah.
Vlocity or Communications Cloud contract module as well, and generate a PDF and send it out directly to the customer. So you don't need to move and hover over a lot of screens apparently, and you can kind of use the same screen to send the mails out and get the responses back, right? So once you can apply discounts on top of this, you can apply add promotional products on this and look at all those kind of discounts and send it for approval. So we can also embed some approval journey. So basically all I'm trying to say is that it's a one-stop shop where you can do
Yes.
a lot of things at the same place. Now going to the orders, right? So from here you convert a quote into an order just on the click of create order button, and your order gets created. Once you submit the order, you can it gets decomposed. Okay, so if I
Yeah.
again if I take the example of the optical fiber product that we were talking about, so here we have decomposed that into different products, right? So we have taken an example here where on the left side you see all the commercial products, and on the right side you see the technical products here.
Right. So here this broadband services is actually getting decomposed into a DSL CFS, right? Which is further getting decomposed to port resource, right? And
Exactly.
server resources, right? So these were the systems you were talking about, right, Manika? The fulfillment
Absolutely.
ones. Yeah.
Absolutely. So these are as per how your fulfillment systems would understand. So you can define one to many relationship or many to one, depending on the kind of that you're. So if you look at the broadband access, I think we are breaking it into eight DSL and then these LAN ports, copper pair. So it's a copper based. Sorry, it should not be that one. But yeah, we
Yeah.
have
No,
AAA
this is,
server, yeah, so AAA server basically getting the product activated through those servers. So you can define those kind of different decomposition modules.
yeah,
Now, yeah, going to the let's go to the orchestration plan as well. Like how does
sure.
this actually get realized? So this orchestration plan view primarily is a task breakdown of the order that you saw, and the you see those horizontal swim lanes, right? Can you go to the left?
Yeah,
Yeah. So if you see this end-to-end master plan, then you see DSL service provisioning, and the FRL IDs are different here. So these are nothing but your different swim lanes or different technical product tasks. So within that task category, what are the set of within that technical product category, there are different set of activities or tasks that you might want to do. For
yeah,
example, as a master plan, you want to do a credit check. So you are integrating with a credit system. If you want to activate a DSLAM, or if you want to go down,
yeah,
I, yeah. Yeah, if you want to activate one of those tasks and look at the end-to-end fulfillment, and finally, you will be assetizing those. Okay, so with the help of
yeah,
the auto tasks. So these are like something like, yeah, if you see that create asset, it is great as of now because the previous tasks are all pending. But once those
yeah.
are completed, this create tasks get completed, and it is an auto task to create the assets out of the order. So essentially, from one place, we are managing our commercial order, and here you will be waiting for the other tasks from the downstream system to get completed. I
So
think
based on the decompositions, Manika, every order can have a separate orchestration plan, right? I mean, depending on the orchestration items or scenarios that we've defined for the technical products, right? A new orchestration plan would be generated, isn't it?
Right. So for every order, there is a new orchestration plan generated, and it is as per the definition that we would have given during the design.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I think let's look at the benefits that we get, right, from here. So as you saw, there is a stream of end-to-end journey that you are able to do right from account, contact, opportunity, lead to account, contact, opportunity, and from opportunity to quote. And with the help of shared catalogs, you can drive your product configurations on the quote. One-stop place for your quotes to be sent out for approvals, and then creating the order out of it, and then assetizing it with the help of order management module. So what you exactly get, can you go to the next screen? Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you are doing, the benefit that you get out of Communications Cloud is you're moving from a disparate data set to a customer 360 single source of truth, managing your entire customer from one place. A slow product launch or go to market to an accelerated product launch because you have the shared catalog, so you can create new offers very quickly. Prolonged sales processes to an improved ROI and an efficient sales process. A standard data model to industry data model, which is very, I would say it's completely it's completely compliant to the TMF forum standards.
Standards.
Yes, and surely the legacy systems and integrations consolidating all your data with the help of open APIs from TMF for seamless data management. So you can have TMF 622, 641, all of those helping you doing the provide order, service order, and then sending out email notifications with 638. So I mean, these are like some examples that I'm quoting from the API standard. So all of this is easily doable with the help of Comms Cloud.
Yeah.
So this is the kind of the magic that it creates, and it gives you basically a head start when you want to get into a digital transformation journey for your communications products and for your communications industry. And that's where it gives you a benefit of a very high ROI with a customer-centric data. And now,
Mm.
with the latest features coming in, we do have AI integrated in that. So you can certainly use those AI elements to talk about and get your faster conversations with your customers and utilizing the backend data.
Efficiently, yes, definitely.
Yes. So I think that was more about it. We wanted to just have a quick talk with the LinkedIn family here and look at the benefits of using our communications cloud from a service provider perspective and passing on the benefit to your end customers. So apparently, your customer's problem is your problem, and so be it, right? So your problem is
Yeah.
being resolved by us as Salesforce CRM implementers. So that's where we get to.